Work besties, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the community. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 mindset shifts I've had that have completely changed my relationship with work. Number 1 is my job is what I do, not who I am. So this concept that I am not my job, just like you are not your job. Our job is a reflection of our skill set, sure. It's a place that we can go to utilize our skills, our qualities. But just because the job may one day go away, which many jobs do, I still retain all the skills and qualities that I bring to work. And a great example of this is, say social media went away. I'm not creative because of social media. I do social media because I'm creative. Or if you're very, skill focused, like in a previous job, I worked a specific role because I had the skills to do it. And just because my role ended up changing, I still retain those skills. And it's a good reminder in life too, this applies to a lot of different areas, is that your worth, your value, your identity in life doesn't come from external titles. Number 2 is one opportunity at a time. If you're someone like me, you might want to try a ton of different things. You might be questioning, oh, do I want to do this career? Or maybe this role sounds interesting, or I want to dip my toes over here. One thing at a time. This is what the fig tree analogy, I think, was going kind of viral not super long ago, but it's this essentially concept of, if you're sitting underneath a fruit tree and there's all these fruits that look fresh to pick, and you're left with decision fatigue, and you're just kind of debating, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? The fruit will rotten, all of the fruit. And so you may as well take an opportunity as you see it, and then realize that there's going to be more opportunities. There's going to be more fruit blossoms, fruit readiness. I cannot remember the word right now, in the future. And so trying one thing at a time before taking on the next, at least for me, really helps with that overwhelm of like, I could do anything. It's like, okay, but right now, let's do this. That also helps me though in the frame of mind of understanding that I am not stuck or tied or committed to one single career, job title, position for my entire life. It gives me the freedom to know that I can change things up whenever I want to. And just because I might be in a career where, I'm not really having it, or maybe I'm a little bored, or maybe, I'm not really getting on with my coworkers, or it's just, I'm lacking a little bit of purpose in it. That's okay, because I'm allowed to change and shift and pivot at any time. Go pick some more fruit. Number 3 is I am not a robot and I will burn out. I don't know anyone, I don't think, that hasn't burnt out at some point in their career. I think burnout is very much a reflection of being human. I think that as someone who has experienced burnout in many points of her career, I know what the signs and symptoms to look for, and I also have more of a toolkit now to support that. So instead of getting out of this mindset of, oh my God, burnout means I failed, or some people believe it's a sign of weakness, completely removing that and realizing, yeah, I'm a human. I can burn out if I do not take care of myself, if I do not take care of everything on my plate, so to speak. I think oftentimes when we think about burnout, at least early days for myself, it was kind of like, oh, okay, I need to scale back and have some rest. And while that can be true sometimes with the burnout I'm feeling, oftentimes it's actually the opposite of like, I'm not doing enough that adds to my cup. And so adding in little things, whether that's adding more, social interaction in my social life, or a little bit more towards my hobbies or passions, it's actually adding a bit more to more holistically balance my life to help combat burnout. But essentially just reminding myself, girl, you're human. You can't just, go on overdrive for a million miles and expect to keep running really efficiently. So you're not a robot, and burnout is just part of being human. It doesn't mean you failed. Number 4, you're not gonna love every day at work and every single task. And that's fine, you still have to do it anyways. I think for myself, I'm very creative and I like tasks that have a lot of problem solving. Where I struggle personally is more mundane, kind of, steps 1 through 8, repetitive sort of tasks. And those are very much part of my everyday. Every day, most days, especially as a business owner, there's just a lot of things that I don't enjoy doing, but they need to get done. And so the quicker they're done, the quicker I can move on to something more exciting. But this mindset that I collected somewhere along the way that I need to really enjoy every single part of work to enjoy work, it's just not true. There's gonna be stuff I don't enjoy doing. I'm getting paid to do it. So I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do it, and that's gonna be that. I'm not gonna have sort of an emotional attachment to it, or have this layer of like, ooh, should I be doing this job if I don't absolutely love every piece of it, girl? That's okay. That's normal. I've yet to have a job that I love every single piece of. And number 5, work is the tool to enable me to live the life that I want to live. Not the other way around. My life isn't constructed in a way that serves my work. I think as I go through different seasons of life, what I'm gonna want within a career and a job is gonna look very different, because at the end of the day, work is what fuels the life I wanna live. And yeah, I wanna enjoy work. Of course, I think we all do, but I wanna remind myself and anyone out there who might find this helpful that work is what allows you to have the life, or to fuel the life that you wanna live. It's making the money to do things you wanna do with your free time, and structuring work around your life, not as helpful, at least in my scenario. Like, I think a great spot to be in, and something that I really strive when I think about career and I think about different seasons of my life, is realizing that I want work to fit in with my life and not my life to fit in with my job. It also helps with those mundane moments, or those days where you're like, I really don't enjoy this task I'm working on, or this project I'm working on. It's just a tool to fuel the life I want to live. And that's okay. And number 6 goes hand in hand with number 5. It's realizing that at different points in my life, I'm gonna wanna do different things for jobs, or structure things different ways. Specifically for me, I think a lot about being full-time employee for someone versus being more part of the gig economy, the contract work. They both are great for their own reasons. And so realizing that just because something worked before in life doesn't necessarily serve me now. And an example of that would be, a couple seasons ago, working for one full-time employer was fantastic for me. It gave me the stability, the consistency. It exposed me to a lot of different opportunities to learn and knowledge and network. And now I'm in a season of life where my priorities are flexibility and differing a lot of the stuff I do in terms of different contracting and working with different companies. And I have a lot more freedom in my life right now, and so I really want to capitalize on that. So number 6 for me is more checking in with where you're at right now and seeing what job serves you best, or where you want to get out of career. And those are 6 mindset shifts that have really helped me rethink my relationship with work and set me up to have what I would consider a healthy relationship with career. If you have anything else to add to this list, please let me know in the comments. I look forward to reading them, because I am continuously learning from my community on here. I like to share things that have worked for me. I love to read what's worked for you. So please share it if you feel comfortable. And thank you for being here as always, work besties. I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo.